The girlies are horny, but they're not horny for Pedro Pascal or Harry Styles. They're horny for a literal death row inmate who was arrested and convicted on the count of unaliving for the sake of unaliving two women in a span of hours. This is the chilling case of Wade Wilson. How have we as a generation of girls gone from going gaga over Brad Pitt, Leonardo DiCaprio, SRK, to drooling over a serial unaliver and making edits of him? This isn't the first time. There's literal fan accounts dedicated to making edits of Jeffrey Dahmer, Ted Bundy, Richard Ramirez, and now Wade Wilson. Wade Wilson was born in May 20th, 1994 and grew up in Tallahassee. His biological parents couldn't take care of him since they were too young, so they gave him up for adoption. He attended Chile High School. His former classmate described him as eerie. Wade had a series of arrests in Leon County dating back to 2012 on charges which include SA, burglary, child cruelty, and firearm offenses. Those are the public records supposed to read. Now we know that Wade Wilson obviously is seriously disturbed. Let's see what makes this love for him even more disgusting to comprehend. Our two beautiful angels, Kristen Melton and Diane Ruiz. Kristen grew up in Illinois and moved with a friend to Cape Coral, where she worked as a waitress. She was godmother to her cousin Samantha's child. She owned a cat and lived in a nice Cape Coral duplex. Kristen was 35 years old when she met Wade Wilson at a Buddha Life, a Fort Myers bar. After leaving the bar and spending several hours at the home of Jackson Shepard, Kristen, Sailors, and Wade went back to Kristen's duplex. After Sailor left, Wade strangled Melton to death in her sleep and then stole her car. Diane Ruiz. Diane was 43 years old, a mother and engaged to be married. She was caring, hardworking. She worked as a bartender at Moose Lodge and Cape Coral and never missed a shift in 5 years. Ruiz was walking to work when she encountered Wade just after a few hours of him unaliving Christine. Wade lured Diane into his car, literally Kristen's car, and was asking for directions. And when Diane tried to leave, Wilson beat her so badly and then strangled her and then pushed her out of the car and ran her over 10 to 20 times. Her body was later discovered in a field 3 days later. After unaliving both women, Wade proceeded to call his biological father, Stephen, and confess his crimes. On Tuesday, August 27, 2024, Judge Thompson imposed 2 death sentences on Wade Wilson. Thank God. But that ain't stopping the girlies from wanting to fuck him. The girlies love a good, handsome unaliver. Cameron Herron unalived the mother and her child, and the girlies thought he was too attractive to go to prison. Wade Wilson unalived 2 women for the sake of killing, and instead of hate, he sent love letters and fan edits made of him. This isn't the first time the girlies ended up loving a serial unaliver. Richard Ramirez, aka the Night Stalker, was thought to be the most attractive in his time. Girls showed up to catch a glimpse and hoped he'd catch a glimpse of them. He later got married while in jail, but thank God that finally did them part in 2013. It didn't affect the girlies that this person spent a little bit of their life stalking and unaliving innocent humans. Just like them, people who unalive others for their own selfish reasons or any reason do not deserve any love. Talk less of actual fan edits made of them like they're some talented actor or a TikToker. It is really messed up to imagine what the family of the victims feel when they're scrolling to a TikTok and see an edit of Wade like he's some hottie. You fucking unalive their mother. Like, they're not gonna like that. Why are we making edits of this person? Or they see edits of Richard or Teddy or Jeffrey Dahmer. The victim's family are still alive. Do folks know this? The monster who stole their loved one is being made into a fucking god. How unfair. It is depressing and it is disgusting. Do better, folks. Those are my final thoughts. True crime isn't my jam because I don't think it's fair to benefit of actual people's demise, except you're calling out something. Diane and Christine and many other women like them and all their victims deserve better than what they got.